Hello, welcome to part 2 of how to make a website. So I'm actually downstairs recording this while I'm shutting my blinds. I'll do the video after this and just kind of stick it together. So basically today I'm just going to talk a bit about CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet, and we need this to style a website. So what we've been doing with HTML is we've made the basic website, the basic template. Obviously we can add more content to it, we can change it around, we can make it look 100% different in just CSS. For example, as we saw when we first put up the website and you drag the file onto your browser and it displayed it all just down. So for example, the article was full screen and then so was the aside, which is not what we want. We want the article about probably 65% width on the left hand side and the aside, the sidebar, which is known as the aside in HTML, on the right hand side, or it could be vice versa, the article on the right and the aside on the left. Then it's ideal to have the navigation, which is the nav, on the top above where the article and the aside start, and then the footer on the bottom, and the header right at the top. So that in such a weird order, I have no idea why. It should be displayed on the screen as header, nav, article and aside joined together side by side, then footer. That's how it should be really said, but I was a bit of a spack when I said that. So basically what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to look at styling, and to style an item we need to find out the tag and the path for the tag. So for example, if we wanted to style the background of the page, we would need to find the body tag, which is just body. So what we need to do is in CSS, we would need to type body, curly brace open, and then some CSS rules, which I'll link in the description, so you can maybe do a tutorial on CSS, find out how to do CSS. I will also write some CSS in this video, and you can see what I kind of do and how I link the paths. Basically, to style, for example, a paragraph in the article, we would need to link it in CSS by typing article space P, which means that's the path, which is article P, because the paragraph is in the article. That was probably really confusing, and I'm talking really fast, but that's the joys of YouTube, you can rewind. So basically, now we can style the article paragraph by doing an open curly brace again after article space P, and typing in our commands, and then closing it with a curly brace. So that's basically how CSS works. That's what we're going to be using to style the website. If we wanted to add functions like forms and shops and that, like I've already spoke to you about in the first video, we can't actually do this unless you have a server. If you do have a server and you're very interested in this, let me know, because it's known as PHP. We need to set up quite a bit, which would be probably 2 videos. We need to set up databases and everything, which could get confusing if you're a beginner. But obviously, you have to start somewhere, and that's how I started. And a year and a half on, I can now teach it. So yeah. Oh, well, that sounds like that's going to take ages, doesn't it? Okay, let's say a couple months, maybe a week if you've passed. That's how we style a website, and I think it's going to be good for users to give it a shot. Really, I taught this with my boss to my old apprenticeship, and they seem to pick it up pretty nicely. Obviously, they had us on hand, so we can give them tuition, which obviously you might struggle with. But feel free to message me on Skype. I will leave my Skype in the description. If you have any problems, just let me know, and I can talk you through how to do it. I probably would do it over chat instead of actually talking. It's just easier for me because I never really have a mic plugged in, and if I do, I usually can't be asked to talk on Skype anyway. So yeah. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Just just watch the video. I might have already stopped coding by now, but if I'm still coding, just carry on watching, see what I do, see how it works, and you should be able to pick it up. Do go read that website link. It will help you a lot on how to style stuff. Find a beautiful website and possibly just try copy it from raw HTML and CSS, and that's all you'll need. If you see any forms or anything, just leave them out and just put some blank text in there. I will also leave a dummy text generator link in the description. It's called Lorem Ipsum. It's a very well-known dummy generator that generates Latin, I think it is, to just fill a website with, so you can design the template and then add your content in later. Okay, so thank you for listening and have a good night.